Welcome back to ETHEREANS community, guys. Thanks for being back here. We are just over 200 subscribers on our YouTube channel, so thanks for supporting us there. If you're yet to subscribe, please press the red subscribe button and activate the alarm bell. In today's video, we're going to talk about the events of the last couple of weeks. There's been a lot going on. We're going to touch base on what we can expect in the coming weeks. We're going to give you a little bit more information about the work that we are doing as our delegation. We're going to cover some little points on the price action that's been taking place on the OS token. And then finally, we're going to have a message for all you all that we can use to help this community and the EthereansOS project moving forward. Stay with us. Okay guys, it's been a very eventful couple of weeks. We've seen a lot new exciting things coming out, so we thought it would be a good idea just to do a little recap, reassess where we are now, and have a look at what we think is going to happen over the next few weeks until the end of the year and potentially beyond. So as you probably know, we have had the E-Day week before last. It was supposed to be a little earlier, but it was postponed by a week time because there were, due to the deployment over 40 smart contracts that the team at Ethos did. And we actually been told that it's the biggest one on the Ethereum. So that's very significant for our community. It was also great to see that the new platform came out. It's great to see that these guys have been continuing working on it, even though still to this date there are most of the functionalities still seem to be behind the scene. So we expect that in the coming weeks all of the different functionalities are going to be working in full swing. It was also great to see that we appeared on many top of the week platforms for NFT and similar. And that, I think, it gave a really good advertisement for OS and visibility. There was also the announcement that Ethos made about the grant of 60 Ethereum that is to be allocated towards delegations. Now, at the time we did the last video, we talked about our project. There were only 2 delegations, and since then we've now gone up to 6, so it's incredible to see that you guys are obviously taking an interest in this and are looking to get involved with your own project. There is an application to be filled for any new delegation, and we've actually put a link in the description of the video where you can actually do that. We've also got some information about delegations and how they're going to work, and how OS is going to be ultimately assessing the effectiveness of this type of work. And our understanding is that each delegation will be assessed on an annual basis, and there will be certain KPIs that the team of OS are going to use to essentially measure whether the work that is being carried out, and of course the grant that they've been generously giving us, is ultimately is being invested in the right way and is having an impact on the EthereansOS project overall. What else have we got? We've got the new farming contracts that have been announced. There are 63 OS to be farmed per day across all the contracts, so it's a good opportunity to increase your stack and also to provide some liquidity to the project. The team at ETHEREANS also did a series of AMA sessions in the run-up to E-Day, during which we got to know some of the new members of the Ethos team. So it was great to see some new faces there. And I guess at this point we are all waiting for the full functionalities of the platforms to come out. We've all been waiting for quite some time, but I'm sure the guys at Ethos, they are working really hard behind the scene to make sure everything runs smoothly there. In terms of delegations, which is obviously a topic that we feel strongly about, because if you watched our last video, you know that we have submitted a proposal for delegation, and in that same video we've also provided a split on how we are planning to invest those grants funds. We are waiting for those funds to come through, and as soon as they do, we are going to give a little bit more detail on where exactly we would like to spend them. In the meantime, we can already let you know that we have got in touch with a number of influencers and a number of individuals that we think are movers and shakers in the crypto space, and we've got already some quotes for them to be able to essentially feature and do a review during one of their videos about OS, which we think over long term is going to have a big impact in terms of getting more people to know about the project, investing in the project, etc. Price action. So you may remember when the merger of the three tokens took place, the OS token came out at a price of approximately $20. I think that was the release price, and then quickly went up to about $31, and after which we kind of like retracted back a little bit. But in the run up to E-Day and a couple of days after that, we saw some really steep price action that saw the price going all the way up almost to $80, which is our all-time high, and is about 150% increase. So, you know, for those that haven't invested yet, or they are, you know, taking baby steps, maybe this is at this current price of, I think it's about $32 right now as we filming this video. This is like a really good entry price, because also we know that crypto always like to chase previous all-time high, you know. And then aside from price, we're also seeing, because we're keeping monitor of that, a steady increase in number of new wallets, which is really important, because obviously it's great that we are, you know, supporting the project on an ongoing basis, but it's also very important that we get more people and new people to come in, because that will have an impact ultimately on our market cap. We're still on around $20 million. So guys, it's just to put things into perspective, it's quite small actually for a crypto project. You know, there are many, and I want to say hundreds, but I don't want to shoot a number that is not correct, but I think there is at least a couple of hundred projects that have got in excess of 200 million in market cap. So say this project was to hit 200 million, that will give us 10x from where we currently are. So you could potentially be seeing the price of the token hitting in excess of $300 in the coming months. So stay tuned and make sure that you are keeping up to date with what we're doing. Apart from that, I mean, there has been a lot of stuff, to be honest, but we don't want to make this video too long. We're going to put in the description all of the links that you need to be keeping an eye on, including the one where they showed us the deployment of the 40 smart contracts, which I think is really important. You're going to have the link for the grant application for your new delegation, etc. And then finally, we've also seen, it was great to see that there seem to be a couple of new communities or a couple of new groups that on the social media, especially on Twitter, that are talking about OS, and that's great to see, because ultimately the more people are talking about, the more people know about the project. So I'm just putting out there, this is an open invitation, and I'm addressing those guys that are running those projects, and you know who you are, you know, you're very welcome to get in touch, and then let's do some collaboration, because we think that if we all work together, and if we deliver more of this content and we get more people to join the project, then ultimately in the long term we're all going to be more successful. So feel free to get in touch with us, guys, if not on Twitter, across one of our social media platforms. I think this is it for this video, guys. We just wanted to give you an update. I hope you enjoy the content and found it valuable. As usual, if you got any suggestions on how we should improve or anything that you'd like us to cover, then you're very welcome to put that in the comments section. Please give us a like on this video, that helps the algorithm picking it up. And then in the coming weeks, we are going to find out a little bit more about who these new 4 delegations are, which we're not too sure about yet. But as soon as more details are released on that, we are going to make an effort to get in touch with the guys that are running them, and we're hopefully going to be doing dedicated videos on each of these new delegations. On that note, guys, thanks for coming again. We are super excited to have you here all the time, and keep supporting us by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and most importantly, sharing it with your friends. and always make sure that new people are finding out about what we're doing and about the EthereansOS projects. See you next time.